Another reason why another reason that you might have thyroid issue is because of infection in regard to bacteria, viruses, mold, funguses, parasite. Okay, if you have all these infections, your thyroid will not function correctly. So several tests to do this. One test is, we call it live blood, is where we take one drop of your blood and put it under a microscope. And under the microscope, we can see the actual blood, the live blood. If your blood is normal like this, is your blood clumped up like this, does your blood have infection, bacteria or viruses affecting the red blood cell? Is your blood have uric acid, crystal, and other stuff in the blood that may have caused blood to go bad? Okay. If you have a lot of infection, sometimes we can even find mold and funguses. Sometimes we can see parasite within the blood. It's extremely powerful testing. And the lab test that you do is called Metametrix 2105. This will basically get the stool, and they analyze the stool under the laboratory, and they will tell you exactly if you have parasite or what kind of parasite you have, if you have some kind of virus, viral or bacterial infection, what kind you have, if you have fungal infection, what kind you have. Okay, very good stool test. And another reason to have issue with thyroid is because of your diet. Gluten, dairy, soy, these are the three biggest enemy to disease nowadays. I mean, just not only thyroid, but all kind of diseases, all kind of pain, all kind of conditions. Why? Because gluten in itself will cause a lot of harm to the body. Okay, gluten, dairy, soy, nowadays it's all basically modified. Everything is genetic modified. Okay, so the wheat is genetically modified. Soy is genetically modified. Dairy, what do they feed cows? They feed corn. What's corn? Genetically modified corn. So when a cow eats corn, whatever they have, they're modified. Their body becomes modified. They inject hormone into the cow, so the cow can produce a lot of milk, which becomes abnormal. And when we start drinking milk, when we start eating dairy, our body starts changing abnormally. The bad cell start to grow more and more, and good cells start to shrink more and more. Okay, so eating genetically modified food will definitely alter the function of a thyroid. It's very important. Okay, now how do we test for sensitivity? When our gut gets really bad, ruined by all the bad food in a society, now gut becomes so bad, it cannot digest. Problems start to come up. Okay, all the condition, pain, joint pain, dizziness, fatigue, all the symptoms start to come up. Okay, now how do we know? How do we test if you're allergic to certain food or not? Okay, so we do a Southern California food panel test. It tests for about at least I think average about 100 different food. It tests for peanuts, seafood, shellfish, pine, tree, flower, pollen. It tests for dogs and cats and all the allergens. Okay. Also, Cyrex testing. Cyrex testing is to test the gluten reactivity to see if you're extremely sensitive to glutens. To test reactive testing to see if you have reaction with corn, rice, grain, and other stuff. Okay, all these both are very good and sensitive tests to do in regards to food. Okay, next is toxicity. Now we're living in a toxic soup. Anywhere you go, there's toxin. There's toxin with pollution with the car. There's toxin with the factory polluting the airs. There's toxin with the food, with the preservatives, with pesticide. Okay, there's toxin with that clothing, so many different kind of bad materials. There's toxin with cans, toxin with processed food. I mean, you cannot escape the toxin. We're living in a toxic soup. So what do? We gotta help our body to detox, because these toxins will affect our thyroid big time. Big time. Okay, so we got detox, and I'll tell you later on how do we detox. Okay, and the toxin not only come from the environment, sometimes comes from medication. Actually, most of the time comes from medication. Now, the number one for women is pill control, birth control pill. Birth control pill, if you look at the side effect of birth control pill, you are going to be amazed how horrible birth control pill is. In itself, it's toxic. If you're taking birth control, I urge you to stop right now. Think of other way to prevent pregnancy. Okay, medication. If you have high blood pressure, high glucose level, diabetes, you have pain. You're taking tons and tons and tons of medication. On average, people that comes in with thyroid condition, they're taking 8 to 10 different medication. And think about each medication side effect. Please look up in Google right now about your side effect. Whatever you're taking, look at the side effect of it. Because over 90% of the patients, they do not look at the side effect. They do not know. They don't care. And once you look at it, you'll be surprised that a lot of your condition is coming from the side effect of medication. Medication in itself is toxic because they're made from chemical. Chemical is toxic to your body, to your thyroid. When your thyroid is full of toxin, it's going to stop functioning. It's going to stop functioning. And once the thyroid stops functioning, all the weird symptoms come up. All the things that we described before. Okay. Again, so there's chemical toxicity, there's heavy metal, there's environmental, there's a lot of toxic. Okay, next issue in regards to thyroid is nutrition deficiency. Imagine the soil nowadays compared to the soils 50, 60, maybe 70 years ago. 70 years ago. The content of the soil compared to 70 years ago, how are they different? The soil nowadays are all nutritional depleted. All depleted with nutrient. Think about the field. Okay, the entire field, they grow corn, they grow vegetables. What do? They spray pesticide over it. They spray Roundup from Monsanto. And then Roundup kills all the germs, all the good things, all the good bacteria, the viruses, and the grasses are great, beautiful. But the soil absorbs that chemical. Once the soil absorbs the chemical, they become toxic. The soil, once become toxic, the nutrient is destroyed. The nutrients are destroyed. The more toxin they absorb, the more it is destroyed. So think about, if soil have no nutrient whatsoever, the vegetable, the fruit, they grow out of it. Do they have nutrient? They do not. The nutrient, let's just say a tomato. Tomato nowadays, compared to tomato 70 years, 100 years ago, it's only 5%. It's only 5% of the nutrient in the tomato nowadays compared to 70 years ago. That's the reason why it's so important that we have the right nutrient, we get the right supplementation in our body, so our thyroid can recover, so our thyroid can start thrive again, so our thyroid can start function again. Okay, and most of the nutrient deficient in our thyroid are these nutrients. Okay, the nutrient includes minerals and trace minerals, amino acids, vitamin E, B1, B6, B12, D, earth metal, essential fatty acid, vitamin A to Z, and one of the best way to do is blood tests. There's a lot of different blood tests that will test the nutrient level in your body, in your blood. It's a lot. Okay, you can find out. You can do iron, a sodium level, chloride level, potassium level, vitamin D level. There's another test. It's called organic acid test. The organic acid test is by this company. We call it Genova Diagnostic. This is the phone number if you want to call them. And what they do is they test for the gastrointestinal function, they test for mitochondrial energy production, they test for neurotransmitter markers, they also test for nutrient deficiency. All the vitamin A to Z organic acid test is gonna do its job. Okay. Another example, another reason why thyroid will go bad is because of the dirty electricity. There are phone tower. There are cell phone towers all over the states. There are Wi-Fi everywhere you go. And all these electricity, even though unseen, will affect your whole body. Do you know that bees, there's at least 50 to 60% loss of bee population compared to, 20, 30 years ago. The birds in the skies, they have lost sense of direction. The fishes in the ocean, they have lost sense of groups, sensation. Why? Because the air, the electromagnetic field, the Earth's natural magnetic field has been greatly disrupted by our electricity, by production of electricity, by production of Wi-Fi, production of the cell phone. Yes, it's convenient, but at what consequence? At what consequence? Our health gets worse. There's more cancer. There's more diabetes. There's more thyroid issue. There's more Hashimoto. There's more hypothyroid. There's more high blood pressure. There's more stress. Even more and more conditions coming out nowadays. Okay, thyroid is a shield for electromagnetic field. Look at the statement. Thyroid is a shield for electro EMF, which is electromagnetic field. Radiation. When there was a meltdown of the nuclear plant in Japan, everyone is concerned about their thyroid cancer. Even now, after the outburst of the nuclear bomb in Japan, so much more thyroid cancer, so much more. Okay. Another reason of having a thyroid issue is because of taking the wrong supplementation. Don't get me wrong, supplements are great, and I highly recommend the right kind of supplement. Okay, not everybody needs the same kind of supplement. No, if you look at this, now there are two types of supplements. One is a natural whole food supplement. Another is synthetic supplement. Okay, so if you look at whole food, this is a nutrient under the cell with a natural orange. This is a synthetic popular orange drink. Look at the difference in the cell levels. This is a natural vitamin C coming from a fruit. This is a synthetic man-made vitamin C. Big difference. Imagine eating this kind of supplement into your body. Imagine eating synthetic made supplements. Synthetic supplements are usually a supplement that you can get Costco, Rite Aid, those real cheap, $5 a bottle, real cheap, chemically made synthetic supplements that you can buy. And you think you're getting benefit. Yes, you might be getting temporary benefit, but in the long term, your body will not like it because your body is made naturally. I believe in God. God made us natural. Are we going to make something synthetic? Are we going to eat something synthetic so we become better health? No. We have to eat something more natural in order for our health to get better, for our thyroid to get better, for all the conditions to go away. Have to eat whole food supplement, whole foods or natural food. It's very, very important. Okay? And a lot of supplements nowadays, especially synthetic supplement, they're full of toxicity in the supplement. And if you ever buy supplement, please look at the ingredients. That there are a lot of excipients. Now excipients, what are they? Excipients are binders, filler, and glues that are typically non-nutritive substance in nutritional supplement product. Okay, if you look at the label, always look at the label when you buy supplement. If the supplement has labels such as magnesium stearate, benzoic acid, crystalline cellulose, silicon dioxide, natural flavor, methylic copolymer, and all these, and one of the popular ones, titanium dioxide. If the supplement has these excipients, you gotta be careful. Do not eat them long term. Maybe a bottle at maximum. maybe half a bottle maximum. Because if you take these kind of supplements long term for years and years and years and years, they are going to be a problem in your body. They are going to turn into toxic, and it's gonna start ruining your health. Okay, so read your label. No matter what you buy, supplements, food, when you buy canned food, when you buy honey, when you buy anything, look at the labels. Please look at the labels. If there's any word that you do not understand, it is no good. It is not natural. Anything not natural, you should not be taking it. Period. Okay? So thyroid condition is like an onion layer. There are layers and layers upon layers of conditions that may have caused your thyroid to go bad. That's why I said at the beginning, I do not treat thyroid. I do not cure thyroid. But I would find out the layers you have and take them out one by one. Layer of the autoimmune, layer of the inflammation, layer of your nutritional deficiency, okay, layer of the toxicity, okay, a layer of the neurological problems, layer of the funguses, parasite, bacteria. That's my job, to help you find out what layer is causing that. Okay. And after we found the layer, after you take the supplement for a period of time, after you do the treatment for a period of time, then we do comparison. We compare tests, blood tests from the beginning. Okay, when you become a patient, you do blood tests, and after 3 months, always tell patient, do another blood test, compare. You are going to see difference in your blood test. Not only are you going to feel better, which you will, you're going to feel like a totally different person. Your energy is going to come back. Your pain is going to be gone. Better yet, your test result is going to show improvements.